We're back. It's time. It is now time to begin episode 1. Welcome. Last time we went to a different garden centre and I picked up some potatoes. Let's cut to that now. So this is exciting. I've just picked up some, I've never seen these before, spudman potatoes. But it makes sense because if anyone's seen any of Spudman's content, that you'll know that he gets through a lot of spuds. So it makes sense that he has his own brand of potatoes. But these ones already chitted. And now we're in a different one. We're getting these bad boys. I don't know if you've noticed, I have got a bit thinner. Thanks for asking. I joined a gym, and now I'm eating a lot better. So I'm looking at things that I can grow and have during the year. And, well, obviously salad comes into that. So these ones, cut and come again leaves. Hello. You can do them in 40 days. That's perfect. So, getting some of them. What else should we get? I know at some point I want to get some more tomatoes and some strawberry plants, but that's when they're going to be in stock. So I'm not going to bother with those right now. I think the main focus this year is going to be potatoes, carrots, leaves from a salad. I'm going to hopefully get a little cherry tomato plant, and also I want to grow some peas as well, because I tried it last year, didn't go as well as I hoped, so hopefully we can do it this year and get a good result. So alongside the salad leaves, we've gone for some big peas, Mr. Big. I don't know what difference that is to the other peas that I have at home, and I'm going to go for a bag of bulbs as well of shallots, because this is much easier than growing it from seed, I hope anyway. It always sounds better in theory, but we'll see. Oh my goodness, look at these. How cool are these little ones? Oh my goodness. Got a little... I think we should get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm getting it. The bees need this. Off we go, back home to plant the potatoes. See you there! Okay, so what we'll start with is these, which is Spudman's potatoes. These are premium Scottish seed potatoes, Spudman. These are first earlies, and the grow time is 10 to 12 weeks for them. So quite a decent amount of time in the ground. I say ground, I've got the pots here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to open the greenhouse up, see what we've got inside. I imagine nothing. I lied. So we've got the olive tree that we bought at the end of last year, I think it was, just before Christmas, and I stored it in the greenhouse hoping that it was going to be a-okay throughout the winter, because we have had a couple of cold spells, but right, let's just clip that open. It looks fine to me, so that's good news. The plan was I'm going to put the potatoes in the bottom here, and hopefully they'll be basically away from the rain. That's what I'm concerned of. So as long as they're away from the rain, they won't get too wet, and that means that they will stay a little bit drier and won't get damp in the bottom. Last year, when I did potatoes in this sort of weather, grey, dull and horrible weather, it didn't go too well. They got very soggy at the bottom. One of them started rotting, and also what happened, oh yeah, a load of worms at the bottom of the pot. So to try and avoid that this time, I'm going to put them in the greenhouse once I've done them. Check out them spuds. These are Lady Crystal, first earlies, 2 kg bag, and look at the chits on that. They are doing incredibly well already. I mean, some of them, they're growing through the bag, so they're definitely time. Now, Spudman is famous obviously for his potatoes, so I thought it was only right to use some of his potatoes, because, well, if anyone's going to grow a good spud, it's going to be Spudman, so that was the idea behind it. These are going to be the first ones that I'm going to try, and because the chits are so strong already, I thought, why not? Right, let's open up the bag. I can't believe how quick the last season went. I really wasn't expecting to get into the garden as soon as this, but it is currently March. Oh yeah, look at that. Some of that is real good stuff. Reason for tipping all of this out was to engage and break up some of these lumps. I'm going to take some of the compost here and break it up because we've got all of these big lumps. So what I'm going to do is just break it up through my hands like that, and I'm going to fill the bottom of the pot, only ever so slightly, not too much, before we put in some of the Spudman chitted potatoes. I wonder if he'll see this. Spudman, if you're watching, I'm open to some sponsorship here because I would love some more of your chitted potatoes. So that's that in the bottom. Now I'm going to get some spud. I'm going to tear that open. I mean, even the packaging is really high quality. There we go. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at that. How great is that? I don't know what he does to these to prep them, but they're insane. That's incredible. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop a couple, only the two, inside the pot like that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the compost about up to there, and then they can do their thing. Again, just take some more compost, just break it up, just like that. And we're just covering the top of the chits. That's all we're doing. I remember when I did this channel for the first ever time, I knew nothing about growing veg, and now I feel like I'm the potato king. Actually, I'm probably the jester to Spudman. I'm not quite the king of potatoes. Spudman is the king of potatoes, but I would definitely be up there. Right, so they're all broken up like that. And look how clean my hands are. After dealing with that, that's really clean stuff. Now for the second load. Right, let's do the same again in this one. Break it up. Just add a little bit more, just like that. And now a couple more chitted potatoes. Look at these. Even that, being a small one, it's got a gazillion chits on it, so that's good. Let's see if I can get a bigger one from the bag. There we are. Look at that, that's incredible. I might even do 3 smaller ones in here. I know you're only meant to put like 2 in a pot, but I'm feeling generous. There we go. And a bit more compost. I have missed everyone on the channel. Thank you everyone for liking, commenting, subscribing to the Laughable Harvest. I do really appreciate it. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do those things as well to support this channel this year. Right, that's that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the original one that I just broke up the compost in, just whiz that around with my hand, break up some of the lumps. And now, put a couple of chits in here. I tried to get that out of the bag, but it's grown into the, that's how good it is. The chits have grown into the fabric, the mesh, into the bag. Incredible. Right, another little one. I say little, that's pretty good. Right, now I'm going to cover these up as well. Let's sort out this greenhouse. So the other day, we actually bought these. We've got a couple of them. A new set of beehive things for the wall. So hopefully the bees can make use of that in the summer. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take some of this shelving out actually. I'll take maybe this one out here in the middle, just to get out the newly found olive tree. I think I put it in sideways, so if I take that out like that, yes, there we go, olive tree. Good, isn't it? Now what I can do is I'm gonna, oh no, oh, the bar at the bottom has corroded away. Okay, we'll gloss over that for now. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to clip it in at the top, like that. I heard a pigeon, but I don't know where it went. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly water the potatoes. I've got some water collected from the rain because we've been having a lot of wet weather already in 2026. It has been insane. I imagine farmers cannot grow their own foods in the fields because the ground has been so wet. Again, another really great reason to start growing your own things, especially as easy as potatoes. So now I'm going to just whack some water over here, and all this does is it makes the potatoes come alive so they know that they're in the process of growing. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to whack that straight in here. Obviously all the regulars knew that already, but some of you new to the channel might be watching this for the first time. Honestly, I implore you to go back to season 1, episode 1, where I didn't even know what a chitted potato was. Nicely watered. Just going to pop that in there. And I can get a third pot on the bottom here. That's that. And then I'm going to whack that one in the middle. There we go. So that's 3 pots of potatoes ready to go. So now I'm going to move this bar down. Click that in. I'm going to take this mesh and I'm going to put it on top like this. Only for now. Obviously when it starts growing and growing higher up, then obviously we'll have to change that. Now some people new to the channel might be asking, why did you only half fill the pot? And the idea behind that is to basically fill it as it grows, and then you can see the progress of it growing, so you don't think it's just an empty pot of potatoes doing nothing, because you're allowing it to grow up, you're seeing the growth, and then also you're layering it so it knows that it has to keep going up, and then it will grow more. Now I'm going to do a couple more pots, and there we have it, 6 pots now in the greenhouse. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to shut this up so it's going to keep all the heat in, and then we'll wait for the next thing to happen, which will be the green shoots showing at the top of the compost. Then we'll fill it in, we'll cover them up, and then we'll do the process until the pots are all the way to the top with compost, and then they'll start shooting up and making brand new potatoes under the compost. That's really exciting. Make sure you check back to the channel for a new update on the potatoes coming soon. See you soon.